Back in the day, the Happy Mondays were 24-hour party people. These days, frontman Shaun Ryder spends a whole lot of his time at home just watching the news. The band is heading to Australia and New Zealand in February, so we thought we'd check in with Shaun and see what's happening in Salford.
Same as. A bit posher than it used to be.
That's what I've heard. I was going to ask you about that. Very good. Well, my name is Marty. Like I said, I'm here in Auckland. We're looking forward to seeing you guys coming around again. I think last time you were here was in 2019, wasn't it?
That's right. Yes, Marty. 2019. Yeah. And I think before that, it was about 2003.
Okay.
Something like that.
Got a pretty good memory. Do you have any fond memories or otherwise of New Zealand?
Oh, well, last time I was in New Zealand, we had a great fucking time. Yeah, it was really good. Really love New Zealand. Great. Love it.
What'd you get up to?
Well, these days, not much, mate. Not much. You know, I go out for something to eat, go back to the hotel room and watch the fucking news. So, you know, the sex and drugs have long gone, so I'm just left with the rock and roll.
Oh, well, it could be worse.
Yeah. But,
so you enjoy it? You still get a buzz out of doing it?
Oh, God, more than ever now. Yeah, more than ever. You know, I mean, all day. You know, I get asked that all the time, you know, do you miss the old days? Well, no, really. You know, I was 18 when I started the band, enjoyed my teens, my 20s, my 30s. And, you know, a bit of a wobble, but, you know, all good, enjoyed everything. And I enjoy it more now than ever. Now, you know, we're all a bit more grown up and responsible, you know.
Right. So last time you were here, you were doing all the tunes from Pills and Thrills and Belly Aches. What's on the agenda for this tour?
Well, pretty much the same, really. You know, I mean, we'll do a big chunk of Pills and Thrills, but then obviously, you know, stuff from Bummed, and you know, we'll sort of do the remixes of Hallelujah and Rope for Luck. You know, so yeah. What with that much do? I mean, if we'd have come and done Bummed, we could have just left Rowetta in Manchester.
Right. So what do you do to get ready for a tour these days? Do you guys do a lot of rehearsing, or is it all like second nature?
No, I mean the band do. I don't.
Right.
I mean, we do shows quite regularly anyway. So I mean, you know, it's just I don't really need to rehearse. I mean, when I'm doing stuff with Black Grape or Mantra of the Cosmos or any of that stuff or solo stuff, you've got to go and get in and do a bit of rehearsing, because they don't do that as often. But the Mondays, the band go and do some, you know, run throughs and that, check everything's right. But no, I can just, me and Bez can just wander in and keep it real.
So what? You and Bez are pretty tight. I mean, you've been tight forever. Tell me about what keeps you together.
Tell you about our sexless marriage.
That's the one.
Well, yeah, we don't have sex. I mean, I'm sure he wants sex with me, you know, but I'm just not having it. Yeah, so me and him are tight. Yeah, you know, I mean, even back, you know, in what year was it? 1992, when the rest of the band decided to desert us. Me and him stayed tight, you know.
Yep.
And then we've got our TV career going on and all that lot, which really sort of pisses the rest of them off.
So you mentioned Salford's gotten a little posh over the years. I mean, it's become quite a different town than it was when you guys formed back in the day. From what I understand, like all the media stations are based there. That must have an effect on how it is. What's your opinion of and how?
Well, it certainly had an effect on all the people that work for the BBC and ITV.
Right.
And when they first got to Salford, because when they was coming out of work, they was all getting mugged.
Oh, right.
That's why our escorts out to put him in the cars and the taxis.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you know, that's where all the docks used to be. There are some really old Mondays photographs from like the early 80s where we're all on the docks. and then, well, like now, yeah, that's where it's we've got a shopping precinct there, and ITV and BBC and all the radio stations, all the trendies, and yeah, it's all going on. I mean, it's good for me as well because, I don't have to, when I go and do BBC News or ITV stuff, and, you don't really have to go all the way to London anymore. I'm 5 minutes away.
Very handy, very handy. So is there a decent music scene happening in the town?
Well, I mean, you know what? Manchester always has. I mean, I'm not, I leave that up to my lads now, and I mean, I haven't really got a clue what's going on, but there always is here. Manchester's still an happening place when it comes to music. I mean, even like the biggest rapper, in the UK, which is H. I mean, he's Manchester boy, so even on that scene, we've still got it all going on. And then there's a really vibrant music scene here, good bands. I mean, the lottery winners, they're a great band. So Manchester lads and girls. So yeah, it's still all going on.
All right.
But me being a sad old fuck now, I just sit home and watch the news.
So what do you think of the news?
The news? Yeah. What's going on at the moment? Well, I got stuck in Dublin because fucking air traffic control went down. Right. So I've only just got back from Dublin. I had to swap a few meetings around. But what else is going on in the news? Oh, God. Senators freezing while they're in the middle of a speech. Yes, I've actually got it on now. I don't know if you can see.
Oh, no. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I see it. Yep. Gotcha.
As soon as we've done this, while they wait for the next one to come in, I'll be watching the news.
So you mentioned
waiting for some boat people to arrive. Hope they get in safely.
Yeah, I hope so. Jeez.
I mean that. I mean, I find it terrible how you've got people in the UK, calling these people. I mean, what the fuck would they do if they was fleeing from having all the family fucking murdered?
Right. Yep. It's a situation. Same in the States. Immigrants. nobody wants anybody in their backyard.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, but at the same time, we're all immigrants eventually.
Absolutely, yeah. When our lot came over here, it was still that, no blacks, no dogs, no Irish. So,
right. So you mentioned Mantra of the Cosmos. What's happening with you guys? Were you making any music?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the initial deal was for 3 singles. So, but, I mean, we've recorded an album.
Right.
We've got enough for an album. I mean, the way Zach fucking produces, we probably end up with enough for a double album. So, hopefully next year we'll get that out,
right,
and do some more shows because it's the start. I mean, when Zach asked me, I was 60 years old, so to start a new project, a new band at fucking 60, it was like, wow, yeah, great. Yeah. And as soon as he asked, I just said, yeah, I'm in.
Yep.
And he said, do you think Bez will join us? I said, well, I can answer that for him. Yeah, easy. But it's great. I mean, it's because it's so different than the Mondays and Black Great. It's great, and they're all a bunch of great people. So and we had Brick Smith join us. Right. So it was we did 2 great shows. Yeah.
Cool.
So hopefully we get some more shows and get this album out.
Gotcha. All right, that's something to look forward to. Do you see the Mondays doing any new music? Do you see the Mondays doing any new music lately?
That is something in the pipeline that we will sooner or later do a new Mondays album. I mean, I've got I'm still the Mantra one's almost done, but the Black Great new album comes out in November.
Okay.
So, but Alan wants another Mondays album. Alan McGee. So Alan manages us.
Yep.
Alan wants another Mondays album. So we will get round to it sooner or later.
All right. Sounds like so. It's interesting. Alan's still with you. I mean, you're with him or he's with you. That's been going on for quite a while.
Yeah. I mean, he's the best guy I've ever had managing him. I mean, Alan does all the music. My missus does my TV stuff. Yeah. Alan does all the music stuff. He's just great. It's a pleasure working. I mean, I've known him, since the mid-80s.
Right.
But I'd never worked with him before, and he's just fucking brilliant.
So what keeps you guys going?
Well, I mean, I don't really, it's like I don't have hobbies or I don't play golf or anything like that. You know what I mean? So I just like, I like making music and doing a bit of telly. That's what I do.
Right. Okay. All right. So I think Auckland is the first bit of the tour when you come down to this part of the world, isn't it?
You know what? Until I get off that fucking plane, I mean, even when I get off the plane, I don't know where I am. I mean, where are we? You know what I mean? I mean, now you see, I've always been like that. I mean, but now I've been diagnosed, at 6 years old with ADHD. Yeah. Sort of answers all my questions to me. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
So it gives me a lot of answers on everything. So why I can't remember shit, why I was so drawn to fucking drugs and alcohol, and promiscuous fucking sex and all sorts of shit. You know what I mean? It all goes with the ADHD.
So does it feel good to understand how you work these days?
Oh, yeah. And you know what? It was basically, I only got diagnosed because all my kids have got it.
Right.
I mean, we found out later, my daughter is in her 30s. She's got it, but we only found out this because my two youngest, the 14 and 15-year-old, they're now onto stuff. Where in the 60s and 70s, didn't even know what fucking dyslexia was at our school.
Yep.
Never mind anything else. So they're onto it now. So they got onto my kids straight away. So, they've got lots of help going on with it. So, yeah. But I had to be the guy, the doctor or whatever, it's like, let's get daddy and find out where it comes from. So, yeah, it all stems from me.
Right. And what do you tell them? What do you tell your kids?
Oh, well, they know more than me about it. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, they know more than me about it.
Yeah. All right. Well, it sounds like you're doing all right. You're having a good time.
Oh, yeah. It's great. It's better than ever now, really. It really is. I mean, it's all this sort of, the nuttiness of being young and fucking not understanding yourself or not knowing fucking what you are or, and all the bullshit that goes with being a young man. Yeah. Now I've just got all the bullshit that goes with being an old man, which is like, arthritis and no thyroid and fucking, all sorts of, false hips and fucking all that sort of shit. You know what I mean? So, right. But as far as everything else is, it's great. I'm really enjoying the age that I am.
Right. I see Mick Jagger's turned 80. So do you see yourself doing it when you're 80?
Oh, yes. I'm going to do a Tommy Cooper, me. I'll drop dead laughing on stage. That's how I'm going.
That's the spirit. Very good. All right. Well, I hope it doesn't happen in Auckland, though.
Yes, so do I. Not yet. Not for a few years. Not till, my fucking bones have really gone. And I can't walk. It can happen then.
All right. Well, until that, looking forward to seeing you guys. It sounds like it's going to be a wild time anyway.
The band are better than ever now. Better than ever, Like I say, all the shenanigans have gone. It's the music now, and we are really good on stage. Great, better than ever.
All right, excellent. Well, I'll let you go. I'm going to go to bed. It's after 1 o'clock in the morning here.
Yeah, have a good one then.
All right, we'll
Thank you.
Right on.
Cheers, pal.
Bye-bye.